Hi guys, it's Jonathan from Everypoint, and today I'm going to do NeRFs in VR. That's something new to me. I've done it one time, I got kind of sick, but Instant NGP has now NeRFs as part of just the GUI, so we're going to jump in and check it out together for the first time. Just a little precursor, this is like new to me. I've had this for a little while. I've played some games with it, I've played around with it, but I never had the Quest 2. I went from the Rift to this. So this is probably what I know less about than the NeRF. So let's jump into it and see what it's like. Okay, this should be really easy. The first thing I need to do to get this all working is making sure that this headset is connected. The documentation, if you go to the README, has like a whole section in here, if I blow it up big, about VR now. And so I just say follow along. If you've done VR, you know what the heck you're doing. If you're like me and you don't do VR, well, this is all kind of new. This is VR controls here. So they say you want to like connect. You need to connect first through some sort of viewer. So I think I use my Steam VR. So I'm just going to click that. And of course, it's going to update Steam because I just don't open it enough. And I get Steam VR running. Hopefully this thing's connected. It's not wireless. I'm using a wire on the back of this, if you can see on the little inset video I have. And if I throw this sucker on. Okay, so again, like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I connected it within here. I have it connected with this Oculus. I'm just going to click out. And the first thing I want to do actually is then just to go to get the latest version of Instant NGP, and I'm gonna open up the NGP exe. Hopefully I don't kill my system with all this, but okay, so here we go. We're running, and I'm not gonna show you guys how to make this all again, but I had basically trained a data set. If that's new to you, I'll make sure I'll link some videos on how to do that. But what I like about this one I'm about to show off is this is an alleyway in downtown Salem, Oregon, where I live, and I captured this with a 360 camera. So if I go to my advanced camera settings, but if I go to look at the debug visualization, visualize the cameras, you can see I had all these like 360 camera spots, and I basically just mapped it out with 360 camera, and I think this whole walk took me like 30 seconds, and I got this gorgeous scene. So we're going to try to see what this looks like in VR. So I can turn off the visualization. I got this going. If I put it on, I can't see anything. So let's see what happens. I think here, if I go, they have a new section in the menus. And this has been training, so I don't have to worry about it. It says connect to AR VR headset. And off we go. Okay, there we go. I'm going to make this big. Maybe. Looks like it won't let me make it bigger, but here we go. Well, that's what you get to see. If I put it on, I notice it's only using 2 gigs of memory, which is incredible. It's not a huge scene. One thing I noticed here, let me make this smaller. And again, this is just me playing this for the first time. I'm gonna have to zoom in. The refresh rate is faster. I tried doing this a while ago. I tried doing this before. You have your 2 hand controls. I don't know if you can see that. You can see it on the screen. I got these dots, and I believe the right joystick I can rotate. I'm already feeling slightly nauseous. The left joystick will move me around. So now I can like navigate that way. So again, this feels really weird. I can move around. It looks pretty cool. I would say this is probably not the best scene to check it out on, but as you can see, I move my head around, trying to keep my head on the microphone. But as I look around, you can see on the screen it's showing all 360 view, which is cool. I don't know if there's a way to show this in a different format, or all you get to see is like the left-right eye. So let me check that out. Foveated rendering. I'm like the last person to know what this stuff means. So maximum foveation. So I'm gonna put these settings and we'll see what they do. So if I move that out, it's like the background gets, I don't know, less or more crisp. So it was at 2. I'm gonna put it at 16. Why not? I don't know what that does. Let's see if the performance gets worse. No, it's still pretty fast. Considering I have a 3090 Ti. I would hope this little scene would run pretty quick. Can I grab things? Okay, so if I grab and like pull, whoa, it looks like I can drag with my hands. See, I got these controllers. I can drag. Now this gets interesting because now I'm like God moding this whole thing above the trees. Still a little disorienting, I would say. Maybe because my headset's not on right. Almost like the right eye is not tracking the left eye. It's probably me. All right. So I can move myself around. For some reason, my right eye in my headset is not aligned with the left eye right now. So I kind of lose that depth of field. And you can almost see that there. Those don't look right. What else can I do? The DLSS, it looks like I can push up the sharpness. So it should make features in the screen a little sharper. And that it did. I don't have to keep when I close and make this make sense. So yeah, things are a little sharper. And I'm starting as I move around more, things are getting more jittery. So I don't know if that's the computer trying to keep up. What's my FPS? My FPS is 20-ish. That's enough to make you sick. But I think it's doing all right. So your target FPS 30 frames. See, depth-based reprojection. Turn that on. No idea what that did. In fact, this whole scene feels a little wrong. So I'm going to restart the scene, see what happens. So I think if I just exit out and I can just start this again. It's going to go back and drag that scene in. Like so. And then if I go back to connect AR/VR device, yeah, it pushes us back into a windowed mode. But at least my left and right eye are now aligned. So that's something I'm sure they'll work on. I mean, this just came out not that long ago. It looks like to move up and down, I have to like grab the screen and pull. Like these joysticks don't move you. The buttons don't tend to do anything either. Okay, so if I go back to these settings, it's rendering like 419 by 333, even DLSS on. So, it's not a very high res, but I'll take it. What happens if I move this up? Does it change my resolution at all? No. Depth base, still know what those do. And I don't know if there's much else you can do. I think I can click on the numbers and get different visualizations. Well, that's cool. So you kind of get like your occlusion map. That makes for some trippy effects. That's cool. Almost looks like I'm floating in clouds. What else can I do? And I can work my way through these different visualizations. And it looks like I may have crashed it. So I know this isn't the latest release, but it's close to. But I found that interesting, that what you can do. I'm gonna open it one more time. And let's try a different scene. Let's see if I have this not a 360 immersive scene. So if I go here and I go to data, oops, not data. I go here, I'm gonna launch it again, like so, and then I gotta find a NeRF that I have trained. So if I go to data, it is Lighthouse. Let's see if this one works. And if you have used this before, you'll learn that they changed the MSG base pack. So this one's cool. This is like a Lighthouse I have. I really like this NeRF I did in Turkey, and I'm gonna see, this one will be more fun. This will be on ground level. I can fly through it. So I believe, again, just connect to AR VR, and we're windowed again. I don't know why. Looks like the clouds. It's kind of like a pass through. I wonder if I could turn on and off pass through to see the room I'm in. Oh, this is cool. So this feels like Google Earth now, where I can kind of like fly around and drag and get really close to the ruins. Oops, I'm getting into the ruins. This is cool. Still don't know like how to move vertically up except for dragging, but that works. Oh, this is cool. Almost feels like I'm on top of this gigantic hill overlooking the ocean, which I kind of am. And yeah, I didn't see down in there, so it's all fuzzy. It was just like a loop around the lighthouse from the footage I got. But very cool. Very cool. This feels like Google Earth VR, but perhaps a little softer and fuzzier. If you guys have this headset, I suggest checking out World. It's a really fun game, a really fun experience with maps. So yeah, the next thing I gotta check out is pass through, and that may be on the next update, which I did not download. Advanced rendering options. I don't think anything else is in here, but I just thought I'd show that off. Let me hide this. And so again, you can see that I don't think you can change how it's visualized as well on the computer, but next time I'll record my screen on my headset, and I could probably transpose that as well. Render transparency is checkerboard. Oh, okay. So now I can make it black. I kind of like the checkerboard transparency. So that's one thing you could do. It's a little different. Color space. Yeah. So there we go. I hope you guys found this somewhat informative. I think they're really pushing. I'm not sure why they're really pushing on VR, except for I think it's interesting. And we'll see where it goes. And as they update this VR, I think I will just put out more of these videos. Have a good weekend. And if you're going to Geo Week, I'll see you there.